What's up, you guys? Greetings. Brittany back today with a video. I know it's not Monday, and I know that I missed last Monday. I'll tell you a little bit about that at the end of the video. Let's just hop in. Today, we're going to talk about the Goblin Mini rebuildable tank. So, I did receive this in December for Christmas. I believe it was in my stocking. My husband got it for me. And I haven't used it exclusively since December. In fact, I put it away for a while. Pardon my cat, who thinks that it's funny to play with his jingle ball as soon as I start recording. That's happening over there. And over here, I have my living room window wide open so I can enjoy the beautiful weather that we're having here in Colorado today. So pardon any noises that might be coming from over here too. Having a little bit of a chaotic moment in this house today. Anyhow, I did clean this out and put this away for a couple of weeks and pulled it back out about 2 weeks ago when I first attempted to film this video. And I have been using it pretty regularly since then, and it's just been a gem. Josh also let me use his. We cleaned it out, repackaged it, so I can kind of walk you through what you can expect should you decide to order one for yourself. So let's just get started with that. This is what you get in your Goblin Mini package. It does come assembled, an entire version assembled here. On the other side, you do get a replacement drip tip, a replacement tank, and then you get a plastic bag full of replacement screws, replacement O-rings, and a couple of adapters. So I'm going to read some notes just so I don't leave anything out that I wanted to talk about. This does have a 3 milliliter capacity for your e-liquid. I have not had any problems running mine with Max VG liquids. I believe currently this is a 80-20 blend. It's just my staple honey pear that I use like 95% of the time. But it is Max VG, and I don't really have any problems using Max VG in this guy. There's the culprit, and you brought it to me, so I'm going to steal it. Here, play with a plush guy. So, 22 millimeters around, which is very standard. Did I say that? Did I just say 22 millimeters? I don't think so. 22 millimeters around. Very standard for your sub-ohm tanks and RDAs these days. It does have a 4-post design on the inside that you build on. You do have to build your own coils. There's no option for pre-assembled coils that you purchase, you know, like for your other sub-ohm tanks. You do have to build your own on this guy. The post holes are quite small, so this isn't for fancy builds. No Claptons, no alien tongue shoelace bombers or whatever. Keep it simple. I currently have mine wrapped up with 26 gauge Canthal, which fits great in those post holes. It probably could support 24 gauge Canthal. I just didn't go with that option this time. 26 works great for me in this guy. It is a stainless steel and Pyrex design. So all the glass is Pyrex, and then your inside chimney as well as your top ring and bottom is all stainless steel. They do have a black edition as well. I don't have one of those, so I would imagine that the black is like a coated stainless steel. And I actually have already seen this cloned in a gold, which looks awesome, but I probably would avoid the clone. Just because the price point on this guy, which we'll discuss in a minute, is phenomenal, and I don't think having a clone would make that much of a difference unless you're gung-ho on a gold look, you know? Okay. In your bag of replacement parts, I mentioned you get, I think, 1 full set of replacement O-rings, 1 full set of replacement screws, but it also comes with a drip tip adapter as well as a single coil airflow cutoff adapter thing, however you would want to phrase that. So your airflow does come in on the bottom, which is perfect. Once this guy is screwed down, it raises up off of your devices enough that you do get good airflow. You close it off here on the bottom. Those 2 slots there are your airflow. Your coils sit on top of them. When you build them, you can, I currently have this wide open, that's how I use it for lung inhales, but you can also close it off pretty tight down for a stellar mouth to lung inhale. But anyway, that adapter would just close off one of those airflows so that you can only build a single coil should you so wish. While we're looking at the bottom here, there is a flathead screw in the bottom. That is how you fill your tank. So I have found what works best for filling these are just the needle tipped dropper bottles. Those work great. The glass, the glass tube dropper bottles, I think would be a little bit difficult, but I have not tried that. All right. Let's have a quick vape on it. Rocking my Manson shirt today. Did you notice? The drip tip adapter is an option with this guy. I don't use it. I hate it. The drip tip on this is very custom to this tank. This isn't a 510 drip tip that you can just swap out and use anything you want on, but it does come with an adapter that is super wonky. It wobbles around and I don't prefer it, so I don't use the drip tip adapter, but it does come with one. Just thought I'd let you know that. So there you go. That's kind of what it is. How I feel about it is it's an awesome device. I think that this is a tank that any vapor across the board could use. This could, somebody he's very distracting. Somebody who's just getting into building coils, this would work great for, all the way up to your more seasoned vapors who just want something that's good to go. They can run out for a couple of hours at a time and not have to worry about dripping. I just think that this is a very solid device. The low profile on this guy makes it stand about the same height as a standard RDA. I don't have my tugboat in my reach here, but this stands about as tall as like a tugboat V2. So the profile on it is awesome. It's not big and chunky and clunky like a lot of other sub-ohm tanks that, you know, are huge. Great for travel. I take this with me. I have been taking this with me a lot more frequently on the go. I don't have to worry about dripping in the car. I think I took this to the Super Bowl. Go Broncos, we won. I took this to a Super Bowl party. Are you really licking your butt right now in my video? Oh, Tony, that's so gross. Don't lick me. Anyhow, I take this whenever I'm not traveling far from home, but I know I'm going to be out for a couple of hours. 3 meals will probably last me a good half a day. So I just take it on short trips or around the house, you know, pull it out of your pocket when you're vacuuming. Works great. The cloud production is also pretty phenomenal for a tank, in my opinion, and the flavor's on point too. Probably one of the better flavor tanks that I have experienced. And then just a couple things I don't like about it. They're not deal breakers for me by any means, but I just thought I'd throw them in here, and I have already talked about these. So the drip tip adapter is wonky as fuck. I don't use it. The bottom fill screw is the tiniest little thing ever, so keep tabs on that guy. There's also an O-ring that runs around it, so be very careful with your tiny little bottom fill screw. Okay, you do get a replacement, but it can be easily lost, so keep tabs on that guy. And the O-rings on this are almost transparent, and they're very small, so also keep really good tabs on your O-rings. So let me just fiddle and fuck with some things while I'm supposed to be super informative right now, but I decided last minute to pull out one of these guys and just show you this tiny, almost clear little O-ring. This is a replacement part, so keep tabs on your tiny, tiny little pieces. Okay, so that's it. That's about the only things that I don't prefer with this, but like I said, they're not deal breakers. Still a very awesome device. Highly recommend it to anybody looking for a sub-ohm tank that they can build on. I also probably would never recommend anybody run this on a hybrid device. That's just my opinion. I have seen people run it on mechanical mods, which I think is fine. I just wouldn't personally recommend it be run on a hybrid. That's just my take. Do what you want. That's just how I would word it. Okay, now the price. We did get these. My husband ordered mine from myvaperstore.com. I looked them up the other day. They have this guy going for $25 right now. They have both stainless and black. However, I've also found that it is available on E-Cigity.com for $19.99. So for 20 bucks, you get a solid sub-ohm tank that you can build on. So the price point is on par. I don't think that this could be priced any better. In fact, I kind of feel like they're shorting themselves a little bit for such a stellar device, but that's just me. All right, so that's everything that I wanted to say today about the Goblin Mini. As I said in the beginning of the video, I know this isn't Monday. I know I missed last Monday. I've had some wonky things going on with my iPhone, which is what I film on. I had to unload all of my photos and previous videos onto my PC because it kept cutting me off mid-video when I first tried to do the Goblin Mini. So I've taken care of that. I've also decided more recently that I want to start kind of messing around with some video editing software. I don't know if I really want to edit my regular videos because I'm kind of like a one-shot kind of YouTuber. I start and I stop and it's all one take. There's no cuts, there's no skipping around. Not sure if I want to change that or just kind of keep things like the stream of consciousness that they are. But I do have some really awesome blooper footage. So I do want to start incorporating some bloopers. Not sure if I want to put them at the end of the videos that they pertain to, or if I just want to do like a whole compilation for the month. But we've got some really good ones from the vlog and just other times. Most of the time before I sit down to shoot a video, I do kind of just record and get comfortable in front of the camera again. Sometimes I say some goofy shit or do some goofy shit, and I just thought that that would be kind of a fun video to throw in as like a monthly bloopers. Also, with that being said, I do have a new computer coming. I currently use a Dell PC, but I am back in school now. I am going for multimedia graphic design at a community college near my home, and I've just found that I almost prefer working on the Mac when I'm in class. So we're going to leave the home PC set up, but we're going to rearrange the whole office area to incorporate 2 workspaces, one for me, one for my husband. I'm going to have my Mac set up. So that's kind of the biggest reason I thought about dabbling in some video editing, is because I will then have access to iMovie to get started with. I've never really done any video editing like in the past, so it's a very new thing for me. So that's coming, and again, apologies for missing a couple weeks there, but I'm back now, and that's what's important. So thank you so much for watching and listening to my ramblings. I really appreciate you guys. You know, if it weren't for you, this channel wouldn't be what it is. So I appreciate the support and the kind words and the comments and everything. So let's just have a quick vape before we go on about our week. All right, you guys, I'll see you next time.